I was over here just sitting and thinking about everything. I just the tears in my eyes are from laughter. People, do you understand that we might get the same treatment we got during APE? Now, some of you didn't get it, but some of us did, where we got locked out. We didn't know where our ape was. Remember the jokes I used to say? Ape is out in the park smoking crack. Like, we didn't get our shares. So, like, people like in TD, Fidelity didn't get ape. I think Robinhood got ape. But a couple other didn't get ape. Like, we were locked out of it. Then in COSM, a lot of us were locked out during the entire thing. Then I started thinking to myself, like, wait a minute. Let me just think of the size of this operation. The size of this operation is massive. Reverse split, merger, further dilution, and the key thing, the cleanup. Because the brokers are going to have to clean up their shares because people are going to be selling. So this is the one time when they had IOUs that they got to cancel out. And for people that don't believe me on that, look at Robinhood. They had to go into the open market during COSM and they had to buy a lot of shares. I think it was like $58 million worth. So you have to understand that during this process, I just thought to myself, my God, what is this thing going to look like? Are they going to have to shut us out while they do everything? Like, you do understand, like, the magnitude of this. Like, you know, I'm gonna make you laugh at this. There was a time I was arrested. Like, this is no big story. There was a time I was arrested on something completely stupid. Like, I got into a street fight with an asshole, whatever. Okay, cops came, arrested us. They held me in detention, central booking, whatever. So I thought I was gonna get, see the judge, whatever, misdemeanor, court appointed, whatever. I had no big deal. And all of a sudden, they tell me I'm going to Rikers Island. I'm like, why am I going to Rikers Island? I just got to go see the judge. They're like, no, the guy you had a fight with, he died. I'm like, he died? What the fuck are you talking about? So I'm in central booking for like 2.5 days. Yeah, it was 2.5 days. In the 2.5 days that happened, so I'm just waiting in the cell. Like, you don't got phone or nothing like that. It's not like the movies, all right? You got some guy on the phone on the side like, Yolanda, you got to get me out of here, like that type of stuff. So I'm like, impossible. Like, I'm thinking like the fight, and I'm like, okay, I did whatever, listen, I'm not one of those types of people. I don't go evil on people unless they deserve it. So all of a sudden, I'm like, I go to Rikers Island. I go to that unit. I go to the unit where like the Hannibal Lecters of Harlem are in, like those motherfuckers. So no, it's no big deal. You got a warrior transmifrodite up. You're going in there. So anyway, so I go into this thing, and the second I get there, everybody's preparing for like this major battle. Like you can't even make this shit up. I get into a fight with an asshole on the street, okay? And it was the most dumbest thing in the world. I'll tell you the story on that one. But anyway, I guess I kind of tell you the story now. I get into a fight with the asshole. I get locked up. I see he gets locked up, but apparently he has to be taken to the hospital. So he gets taken to the hospital because he's feeling bad. I'm like, yeah, you get dropped on your neck, you're going to feel that way. So, okay, overall. So then he goes to the hospital. I go to central booking. You got to be there 3 days maximum. Then you got to go see the judge. So I'm there 2.5 days. So as I'm going to the judge to see the judge, they're telling me like, yeah, the judge, you're going to Rikers. Like she already signed the paperwork. I'm like, whoa, I got to see the judge. They were like, bye-bye. The guy you fought is dead. It was like one of those things. So I was going in there like I murdered a dude. It was like that. So anyway, what happened was they sent me over there. So I'm in Rikers now. I'm in that unit. And motherfuckers are getting ready. Like, they're getting ready for some war that happened with another group down the hallway. So like at any moment, like this war is gonna break out. So you got motherfuckers like, like taping like fucking like newspapers around their arms. We got a guy on the side. He's like trying to break a metal food tray, trying to make like a half a sword. Like, yo, when you see somebody take a lunch tray and try to make a sword, yo, it's crazy. People are just getting ready for war. Like they're like taking pieces off the metal bed. I just walk in this fucking place. I don't even know who we're gonna go to war with, but I'm like, this is my unit, so we're gonna kill whoever comes down that hallway. I fucking can't believe that even happened in my life. But anyway, so I'm there and we're all linked up. Like this is no joke. Like we're gonna go to this is it. This is Armageddon. So at a certain point, you hear the alarm go, nah, nah, nah. And everybody's like, the turtles are coming. Now, mind you, I've never been into this high level of craziness. I gotta do next to me with a half a sword. I think one arm had a newspaper on it. So anyway, so they're saying the turtles are coming. The turtles, everybody's getting ready. They're like stripping off their armor. They're like getting rid of the sword, like all kinds of stuff. Like they're getting ready. Like they had like pillow sheets, like ready with like bars. Like, let me tell you something. So everybody's getting ready, and they get into the bars. I'm, who the turtles? What the fuck is this? No, no, no. And all of a sudden, you see all the doors closing. We're like trapped in this motherfucker with the turtles coming. I don't even know what the turtles are. All of a sudden, I start hearing like hard running, like gladiator stuff. And I see everybody just sitting at their bunk, calm, like we were about to go to war. Like this is like remember like with Russell Crowe, like Gladiator? It was like that, It was like I was waiting for the German Shepherd to run by. All of a sudden, the guard unit that handles riots and rioters runs. They're all armored up with helmet, black this, black, everything. That's the turtles. So the turtles are coming in to try to strip down weapons, lock up, whatever, grab whatever. So I go through a turtle raid. It was the fucking wildest thing ever. It was even wilder because the lieutenant in Rikers, I hung out with this motherfucker. Like his brother was a crackhead. So when he saw me on the floor, he's like, yo, Lou, what the fuck you doing here? I'm like, dude, I think I murdered somebody. I don't know. It was crazy. He's just looking at me like, what are you talking about? I saw your brother the other day. So it was mayhem. Okay? It's like, who did this story belong to? I'm like, I was like, whatever. So anyway, after I survived that nonsense and they brought me back to court, they told me, after surviving the mayhem, all the craziest, whatever, I got back to court. And the court officer lady runs over to me. She's like, you can go. There's no charges on you. It was all a mistake. There's no paperwork. There's nothing. I'm like, what happened to the dead dude? She's like, no, he died after they let him out of the hospital. I'm like, what do you mean he died after that? Somebody shot him. I'm like, I didn't have a gun. Like, what are you talking about? Like, it was, no, somebody else shot him. I'm like, damn, this motherfucker was on a spree of mayhem. So anyway, they let me go. And it was hilarious because I survived that. But the moral of the story was the way that Rikers Island Correctional, the city of New York, handled this about to be front page headline. Like we were gonna take over the prison. The fucking warden, that motherfucker was through. We were coming for him too after we got through whatever happened down there. But they had to isolate us, trap us, hold us in one place, and then deal with us. And that's what they're going to do with AMC, the reverse split merger. I am feeling that they're going to trap us. We're not going to be able to sell. We're not going to be able to do nothing. And at the end of the day, they're going to deal with us because that's how bad of a situation it is. Yo, I'm fucking sweating thinking about that motherfucker. He was like shaving the fucking metal tray. Yo, I know how to make a sword from a lunch tray. Like, you can't even make that shit up. Like, you know what's funny? At the time, I was dating this one chick. She's like, you been gone a couple of days worried? I'm like, bitch, you don't know what kind of struggle I've been in. Like, yo, anyway. So anyway, that's what I feel like they're going to turn around and do to us. So, fuck, I got to get off this coffee. It's fucked up.